The purpose of this video is to show you how to explore the Nearpod lesson library, which includes thousands of pre-made Nearpod lessons, and how to create your own collection of ready-made lessons from the Nearpod lesson library. So to get started, you're going to go into your Clever account, and if you haven't already done so, you're going to search for the Nearpod app that looks like this little blue app right here. You're going to click on that app to launch Nearpod, and once that app is launched, the first thing that you're going to see is your Nearpod Dashboard. In the middle of your Nearpod Dashboard is your library or your collection of Nearpod lessons that you've either created or added to your library. Along the left-hand side, you see a couple libraries that you can search for lessons. Since we've purchased the school version or district version of Nearpod, we can search our district library for lessons that have been added to our district library that are available to all buildings. And here you can see this is where our digital citizenship lessons are housed, for example. Another option you have for searching libraries is your school library. So here you'll see lessons that have been added by teachers to your school library. And then at the top here you see the Nearpod lesson library. Here's where you're going to find thousands of Nearpod lessons that are pre-made, and you can search by subject, you can search virtual reality lessons, you can search by specific publishers or Nearpods that are made by Nearpod. Over here along the side is where you can really narrow your search. You can narrow it by looking for lessons that are just aligned to our state standards. So here I could click on Ohio and a subject area and a grade level, and I can find all the math lessons that are aligned to our Ohio state standards. I could get even more specific by looking for a topic. So I'll type in fractions. And now that I've narrowed my search to lessons that are aligned to Ohio standards at the 5th grade level, you'll see over here lessons have loaded that are just aligned to the Ohio standards at 5th grade on the topic of fractions. So I can scroll through these and look for something that might be valuable for my students. So I'm going to click on this one. And when I click on it, I can preview the lesson. So you can see as it loads, over here it's showing me the standards that it aligns to. Right up here at the top, I can see that this lesson has 15 slides. And now I get a little preview button here that I can click through the slides and see if this is something that I find valuable for my students. It looks like this one has a little video in it, some open-ended questions, and some review questions. So this looks like it's going to be valuable for my students. So I'm going to add it to my library. To add it to my library, you go down to this little blue button here in the bottom and you click Add to my library. When you click that, you see this green banner come across the top that says the lesson has been successfully added. Now this button down at the bottom turns green and it says Show in my library. So when I click there, it's going to take me back to my library, and now this lesson has been added to my collection of lessons. And now I'm back in my library and I have a couple options. I can launch a live lesson using this lesson in these slides. I can launch a student-paced lesson, or I can edit this lesson. So when I click Edit, I can add or delete slides from this lesson to customize it for my students. So that's how you can search the Nearpod lesson library and how you can add lessons to your own collection of some ready-made lessons. I hope you found this helpful.